You heroes! You heroes are always getting in my way! I'm gonna take you down a notch! I'll take you down with all your little
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Hello, sunshine. I thought maybe... Wait a sec. You feeling okay? Hey, wake up! Oh. Dang it, what do I do? I guess there's only one thing to do. You're awake. Good morning, sunshine. Oh, gotcha. It's, not what it looks like, I promise. I was just... Yeah. Guess I jumped the gun on that pretty early. Pardon me. I'm still learning as a hero. The name's Mirio Togata. I saw you fighting and the bird brain got the upper hand, so I thought I'd jump in for a punch. I think I may have caught you with it, so I'm very sorry. There's a lot of things that I still have to learn. My power's pretty tricky to use. Quirks may be something that's a lifelong trial. Personally, I don't dwell on the negatives, though. I don't have time for it. How about you? What's your quirk like? Ooh, that sounds like it has some serious potential. I really like that. I can see where you're gonna apply it. Though you gotta practice a little bit. I saw that one point where you were using it and he... never mind. I tell you, but I feel like we should get you looked at. And the last thing I want is for you to get more injured. After all, it looked like you passed out for a moment there. So come on. Oh, by the way, it's a habit of mine to call people who were rescued sunshine. I hope you don't mind. I just figure, well, I like to rescue people. And while you probably don't like to be in a situation where you need to be rescued, you might as well have something positive to take out of it. Or at least that's my take. Of course, I'm all for learning. I don't claim to know everything. So, what's your name? I guess you wouldn't tell it that easy to someone who stole your first kiss? I seriously did? Oh no. This has never happened before. Sunshine, I'm sorry. There's been a misunderstanding. I'm not some kind of deviant. I know my clothes were off, and that probably meant that... Look, I can understand that... Sure. I guess we can go to the authorities. Sorry that I botched things up, though. I still have a lot to learn. Especially in terms of tact and social things. I got bullied a lot, you know. Not to make it a pity party. Just that I'm not the most social butterfly. I like to meet people. But sometimes I can be too forward. Too direct. Because I always think, hey, if I should do something, it should be done directly. I hope that makes sense. I'm really trying my best here, but I get if you're not keen on just taking my word for it. There are a lot of people in the Hero Society that just don't seem to appreciate what heroes should be. Thankfully, I think you'll find that I do. Of course, you don't have to take my word for it. You can always ask my friends. We'll probably meet them sometime. I'm more concerned with... Did he injure you? I didn't really get a chance to see what his quirk was, because, well, we dealt with him fast. Yeah, I'd like to say it was we, because without your distraction, maybe he would have put up a fight against me. Never know when he has some kind of weird quirk that can counter. if you're ever in another situation like that, don't forget that hard work pays off. It takes time. It takes a lot of effort, too. A lot of failing, trust me. But that doesn't change the fact that when you try hard enough, it'll work out eventually. You could trust me on that. If anything else. Though, hey, there's a lot that we have to do. You know, the paperwork and all. That's probably my least favorite part. But you know what? That's the discipline. Heroism is discipline. Heroism is effort. Oh, sorry. I sort of have a mantra that I follow. It's not really neither here nor there, nor something that anyone else taught me. Just when I was going through tough times, I decided it was probably a better way of doing it. Wait, did you say what I think you said? That's pretty funny. Oh, sorry. I find random things funny that most people don't. I've come to understand that. And more than that, there's a lot of things that I still have to learn. I'm nothing if not a student still. People like to consider me a pro hero, but in reality, I'm just a student. Someone trying to learn from the world around them. Someone trying to be the best they can be. That's my goal, and I hope you can see it that way. There's a lot of things that I need to try and fail at many, many times before it all ends up working out. I believe the sky's the limit, and you should too. As much as you can. With a quirk like yours, I believe you'll go far. If you put in the effort, of course. There's many applications to many quirks. And the more you understand your own self, the more your quirk is demystified. See, pretty cool, isn't it? I can reach right through you if I want to. That would be kind of pointless. Though admittedly, my quirk has some major limitations. Especially when I have to protect someone else. It's why I work best as a solo. It's not usually the case that people want to go without sidekicks, but after a lot of thought, I decided it's probably best for me to avoid it because if they hold you hostage, then things become dangerous. In truth, I don't really like dangerous situations. They give me anxiety. I can focus in them, but that doesn't mean I want to be in them. You know what I mean? It's quite a struggle. Some days, it's hard. Some days, it's easy. But most days, it's just a lesson. And I don't want to see anyone die. Not even people I don't know. Well, I guess you don't count as people I don't know anymore, but hey, Sunshine. You okay? Oh no. It looks like something's wrong with you. Let's get going. This way. Looks like we're back. Hey, Sunshine. Sunshine, you there? You're awake again. I guess I deserve that again. It's okay. I don't mind taking a slap if it means saving your life. Hate me, detest me, whatever it takes. It's better that you're alive and hating me instead of dead and not. Tact always comes second to result, at least according to me, and what I've learned it from my experiences. I hope you can understand I'm, well, not some kind of pervert. I'm only blushing because it's never actually happened that I had to do this to someone, so you may be my first kiss. Oh, I guess I was kind of smiling there because, well, if I had to give a first kiss, doing something heroic in it is even better. Don't you think? Life's too short to dwell on it, so why don't we make sure you're okay now? Aha. So it was poison. That's troubling. But I think after this you'll feel right better. At least I'm hoping. If not, then I guess we'll have to see what happens. Maybe Recovery Girl can help you. I'm not quite sure what Bird Brain over there has, but pretty sure they can make an antidote pretty quick. We'll just have to keep you company here. And by we, I just mean myself. You ever do that, where you, embarrassingly act like you're a group of people? It happens to me every time. Not because I want to, but because sometimes I just get carried away. I get 3 things on my mind, and sometimes I'll even act like I'm a group when I think about things in the past. You know, my mind might be pretty jumbled, but it's making sense of the mess that makes all the things worth it. All you have to do is get some order to the chaos, and then life gets that much better. At least that's what I believe. Well, you can take it or leave it. We don't need to be more than acquaintances right now. But I'm the type that really likes friends. So if you'd like to be my friend, I'd really appreciate it too. And no more wake-up kisses, Sunshine. Well, unless you decide to date me, in which case, that's something I've never done, so you'd have to give me some leeway there. Oh man, I can't even imagine how many notes I'd have to take. That'd take a long time. But I'm nothing if not patient. You know how it is. When you are considered to be good at something, it puts a lot of pressure on you, but it also keeps you honest. I like to consider myself the most honest person I've ever met. At least I think I'm even. I've matched everyone else. So what do you think? Do you like who I am? I sincerely hope so. I know we kind of got off to the wrong start at the start, but I hope you can forgive me. I assure you I wasn't doing anything for bad reasons. It just happened that I thought it would be a good idea, and I thought I had to. Plus, to make things fair, it was also my first. I guess that was to be expected. Sometimes it's a harsh crowd, but this time, I think it's my own fault. I still have a lot of social things that I need to get down. But honestly, that's what makes it exciting. I love studying, and I love improving. So the fact that I got room to improve makes me feel energetic. It makes me want to prove you that much more wrong. That I'm not some kind of pervert. I'm actually a dignified and honest person. A man among men. Though I'd not consider myself if I didn't believe it. What about you? What's your story? Why did you get into a fight with such a villain? He might have been a bird brain, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't, well, quite particular. If not for him, I'd imagine things were, well, just an average other day. I didn't see any other villains, so he must not have thought before he acted. Thought you were the only one around here, in the busy streets. I guess villains don't really do their homework. That's why they're villains. Though I guess it's not always that way. I've met quite a few who are pretty smart, and sadly I've been beaten many times. But I don't look at it negatively. I think that in order to improve, you have to be beaten. That's part of it. If you're not beaten and you don't get knocked down, you'll never appreciate what it feels like to fall. And when you fall, you have to pick yourself back up. That's the only way. Also, I was thinking, it might be best if you feel like you've gotten even. So why don't I take you out for coffee or something? Actually, there's this new restaurant that's open, if you want to go there. I can always wait outside. If you don't want me inside, that is. I'd much rather go in and enjoy your company, though. I really liked getting to know you. Even if it's been a rocky start, I think that we could do things right. Maybe it's just me. But I think we could be fast friends. So, what do you say, Sunshine? Really? You'll go with me? That's wonderful. I thought for sure you were gonna say no. Part of me, even though I'm an optimist, gets scared when around other people because I have so little experience. You think being a hero and all would have taught me a lot of things, but it's still up in the air. I have to take risks, but it doesn't mean I like to. Sometimes when I'm taking risks, I think, what if I don't come back from this? I think everyone does. And I just have to keep my head up. I just have to keep believing in myself. And I hope you'll come to believe in me too. Understand that I'm not the type to take advantage of someone when they're vulnerable. I would never. It's against what I stand for, after all. And once you do things as much as I do, you get it in your heart and your head that there is no compromise when it comes to heroism. You do things with all of your heart, and you never stop. Did I get too carried away? Maybe. But I really did think you needed CPR. I once read in a book that maybe I did jump the gun. I forgot a step too. You're supposed to see if they're breathing first. And clearly you were. So, it's my mistake. I hope you'll forgive me for it though. I've got to be more confident. It's lack of confidence that makes you doubt. And doubt gets people in trouble. It's really important that you do the same. If you're gonna be a hero, let alone a pro, you gotta make sure you take care of yourself. That you make things into proper situations. And don't let them get out of control. Emotions are a powerful thing, you know? We don't always have them in control. But that's the art of it. There's always a place you can go upward. I think you got a lot of potential. And the sooner you start, well, believing in yourself more, you'll have less problems with it. Is it too personal of me to say what I saw from your fight? Well, that about sums it up anyways. No, it's no offense. I wouldn't mean to make you doubt yourself, only that you should always strive to improve. Hey, we're here. Thanks for letting me make it up to you. It's definitely not every day that I get to. I'm actually kind of starving when it comes to friends. Most people want me for my influence. They want me because I'm that guy who's really good at things and they consider some OP quirk. But in reality, I'm that guy who has a really dangerous quirk that takes a lot of practice. Everyone has something they can do with their quirk. Mine just has a really useful application, and I think yours does too. You gotta not give up on yourself. The sooner that you believe is the sooner everybody else will see it. Can't you see? Life's like that sometimes. You just keep trying until you find that brick wall and you break right through. Or in my case, you slip right through. Though I wouldn't try doing that. You'll break a lot of bones that way. It took a lot of trial and error and scary things before I saw things for what they were. You have to understand, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. We all make mistakes. We all get overwhelmed. And that's what I want you to see. It's not about that. It's about you having fun with it and also improving. I probably went on a tangent. Now, what would you like to eat? This place is special in that it doesn't really have a menu. What sounds good? Something meaty? Something with lots of vegetables? Something with both? I'm sure you could get the enthusiasm to eat all of it if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it though. Feeling bloated isn't very fun. And you know, with my quirk, when I eat something, I can't use it for a while. Otherwise, it will fall right on the floor. since it's not actually a part of my body. Oh, buddy, I can't tell you how many times that's worked against me. It was embarrassing. Not only my pants falling, but everything falling. Anyways, embarrassing past aside. How's your past? Oh, that might be forward of me to ask. But I had to, considering you were fighting some kind of bird brain, and I had to ask myself, how do you end up in that situation? That guy, I've never seen him around. He must be a fresh newbie. Maybe he couldn't get into UA, and decided it would be a better idea to pursue a life of crime. I feel bad for them. There's always a way you can make it, even if you don't make it the first time. So you just gotta keep trying. You know how many times I fail? I make so many mistakes. It's practically my job to make mistakes. And that's half the fun of it. The more you make mistakes, the more you can see yourself at the end of the tunnel. That light at the end of the tunnel? No, that makes it sound like you're dying. And dying's not very fun. No time for that, right? Then you just gotta live like you mean it. That's what I do. Works just fine for me. There's a lot of different people with a lot of different outlooks. But I personally think you can do it. You can be a great hero. The quirk isn't so important. It's where your heart is, how dedicated you are. Even something that seems like a simple one, something that doesn't seem good on the surface, could be amazing if applied differently. That's why you gotta keep at it. You'll make it, trust me. If I can do it, anyone can do it. You get me? It all takes time. Nobody's just gifted. At least not really. Everyone has to put in different effort, of course. But that doesn't mean you can't be just as good as that person you admire. I guess I might have monologued a bit. But, I was hoping I'd inspire you. It's better to be inspired than to be mad or anything. Or sad that you got poisoned just earlier. I'm glad they solved that. It happened so quick that I nearly thought that things could have taken a turn for the worst. But I'm glad that they didn't. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Is it weird that I'm thanking you after all this? It's just that you gave me a point of inspiration as well as a criticism. I need to learn more about social things in order to be a better hero. If I don't, then who's to tell when I'll make another such mistake of offending someone? And it's never good to offend if you can avoid it. I'm gonna unapologetically be myself. But that doesn't mean I can't study in social things too. I'm outgoing, but that doesn't always mean I'm studied up on it. You understand. Hey, look, the food's here. Ooh, looks good. Nice choice there. It's almost like they read your mind. Did I tell you? They actually do here. I know I was saying that you have to choose not with the menu, but you have to want something. And, well, it's 'cause the chef here is a mind reader. So, he'll read your mind to know what you want to eat. It's only specific things, so he doesn't get in your head or anything. But it's good to know, right? I always thought it was pretty clever. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I get so excited about my words that they come out all jumbled up and stuff. And, well, it'd be offensive if we didn't eat the food while it was nice and hot, right? Itadakimasu! This food is seriously delicious. I didn't expect it to be this good. Well, boy, was I wrong. How's yours? Just looking at yours makes me more appetized. It makes me excited, too. You know, there's one thing that I can't ever get over is good food. It just sucks when I have to, well, when I have to let it slip out when I use my quirk. It's handy, but it's also inconvenient. Sometimes, it even works against me. One wrong move, and I could be disoriented. It's quite dangerous if you use it wrong. But I'm sure you already knew that. And yours seems like it might be that way too. I really resonate with you. There's a lot of things that I've seen in you that make you seem like you're the sunshine. I'll be the earth and you'll be the sunshine. Okay, that doesn't really make any sense. But I guess I was just kind of saying what came to mind. So, what is your plans after here? Do you have anyone that you train with? I'm just asking because lately, I kind of lost my training buddy. He's been busy. And I was curious if you'd like to help me. Of course, it's just more like assisting on simple things. And I could give you some pointers myself. We could spar or do many other things. There's a lot of different applications. And it makes me excited. Every time I see someone with new potential, I just want to see them shine. That's really what goes on in my heart, in my head too. It's just a bunch of enthusiasm. I guess it's because people always doubted me, and I really like to prove them wrong. So whenever someone doubts themselves, I kind of feel the same way. It's like I just desire to prove them wrong, to make sure that they believe in themselves too. It's not easy, you know. Sometimes you doubt yourself and you get on your bad side. But those times more than ever, you have to keep yourself honest. You gotta make sure you do it right, or not do it at all. That's what I believe. Isn't this food awesome? I really enjoy it because your company. You help inspire me. And it's people that I meet that really make a difference in my life. I try to always be an inspiration too. Perhaps I'm like a broken record, but at least I'm a broken record with a good message. I hope it doesn't get too old. There's a lot of what I do that I think a lot of people are still trying to understand. They don't see how last could go to first so quickly and realize it was a process. Over so much time. I practiced some more, and when I thought I couldn't anymore, I practiced then too. That's what I believe the secret to improvement is. You have to work at it, really hard. It's never the easy route. The easy route makes you lazy. And you can't get lazy as a hero, or else people's lives might be in danger. So what do you say? Would you like to be my practice partner? Of course, don't feel pressured. Remember, it's okay to say no. That's part of life, accepting difficulties as they are. And I'm prepared. It's not like it's a problem if you said no. I'm not asking you for your hand in marriage. Was that out of character? Sorry. It's just, well, if I'm being honest, you look adorable. And so I let my mind trail, and I kind of got fixated on it. Sorry about that. When someone's really beautiful, it just makes me want to compliment them and make them feel good about themselves. And sometimes, I dream of having someone I love too. Maybe someday. Even if it's not today. Excuse me? This is some kind of joke, right? You have feelings for me? Whoa, you're not pulling my leg or something, are you? I mean, yeah, I might have feelings for you too. To be honest, I'm not sure. I've never done anything like that before. But I find you very attractive. And I like your attitude. Even if you have quite a slap on you. Don't worry about it. I think that's an attractive quality too. Being able to stand up for yourself and say no. You gotta do that in the hero field a lot too. You can't just go with the flow all the time. Sometimes you just have to tell people. Tell them how it is. And, well, you did that just fine. I really appreciate it. Though I'd be a pretty poor liar to tell you I wasn't interested. That's exactly why I said I was. I was taken aback by it, but I'd love to be your boyfriend. Well, shouldn't we make sure that we like each other first? I've always heard you should be friends before you're anything more. Well, let's just take it as we're getting a start on things. Better that than rushing things, right? As much as I'd like to show you more, I just feel like it's important to make sure that you don't go into something without being prepared. Wow, that was a lot different than CPR. I'll tell you that one. Though, I guess what I'm saying, maybe we should make sure we take things a little slow unless... Are you sure about that? There's no rush, I promise you that. After all, we've got all the time in the world, don't we? Haste makes waste. So why don't we go and... Well, what's a good thing for first dates? Oh, you'll be my practice partner too? That's even better. I'm glad to hear that. Honestly, I don't know how to feel. On one hand, I'm super excited, but on the other, I'm kind of nervous. It's back when I was still learning my quirk. It feels kind of like that. I hope you don't mind. I'm far from shy, but I'm also quite underwhelmingly studied in this field. If that makes sense. So, I guess that means we're kind of dating. That's rad. I never expected to hear that. And who thought a joke would lead us here? Just goes to show. You might as well have fun with life. Don't hold back. The more you hold back, is the more chance you have to regret it. So, let's not regret anything, okay? If we do something, we have to make sure our heart's in it. Otherwise, there's not really many boundaries for me. Quite literally, right? So, what's on your mind? I'm kind of excited. It's not been something I've ever gotten a chance to think about, because I was so focused on being the best hero I could be that I kind of lost that concept of romance. I figured that someday it would happen, when I least expect it. That somewhere along the lines I'd get to find someone like you. And that maybe, just maybe, they'd fall in love with me. Well, I don't know if we can call it love yet, but I definitely like you. I quite enjoy who you are, too. It's refreshing. I sincerely hope you don't think that I'm joking. Well, or that I'm exaggerating. I'd never do that in front of somebody that I trust. And you've proven already that I can trust you. Do you know how? It's pretty simple, actually. Good people. You can always tell in the eyes. If someone's good-hearted, their eyes have this certain glow to them. I've been able to spot villains and heroes out of a crowd. I'm pretty talented that way. What am I saying? It's actually just effort. Maybe that one's a sixth sense. I guess I'm kind of like a dog in that way. I'm also really loyal. I've never given up on a friend yet. Never plan to. I just don't see the point. Everyone has good and bad times, but that doesn't excuse them from being human. Every single one of us. We all have our ups and downs. And I've always viewed it as, if you can't handle somebody at their worst, you don't really deserve them at their best. Expecting them to just be there for you and never being there for them, that's unfair. And unfair isn't very heroic. I've learned that too. I hope you learn it as well. The easy way, not the hard way. I don't really like when people have to learn it the hard way, but sometimes it's life's greatest teacher. I try and spare people from my way. My way had a lot of hardships. And that made it less applicable to things, but more hard-hitting. I enjoy it. Life is what you make it. And I want to make the life that we have, if it is a life we have together, something special. Maybe it's my desire to make you smile. But I look at you and I see a lot of potential. Happiness, tears, so many things. And I want to make all those happy memories come true. The ones that I imagine. You see, I had a lot of plans imagined for a long time about if I ever met somebody who liked me. And now that I've seen you, now that I meet you right here, I'm kind of doubting myself. Not that it's so hard to understand when, well, you're special. Clearly you're special. At least I think you're special. The thing is, I don't really like to judge people, or things, or be that judge. I like to let them be free. Be exactly what they want to be. And with that, I want the unapologetic you. The sunshine that I rescued. That's who I want to see. And hopefully a you in the future that can rescue me too. You see, life is all about that give and take. And I think you've got a lot to give. And I do too. That's the beauty of it. You can never go too far. Just too few. That's why, don't you ever hold back on me. If we're gonna do this thing, we're gonna do it 100%. Oh, also, I hope you don't mind. But I kind of thought of something we could do after this. I was gonna suggest training, but I don't think that's very romantic. Maybe later. And there's many forms of training too. But in any case, I was hoping you'd join me for, well, I wanted to introduce you to someone. Someone in my life that's always been a big help. Now, I hope you like them, but I understand if you don't. I'm not holding a gun to your head and telling you have to. You gotta remember that, okay? More importantly, this person has been a big influence on my life. Is the suspense killing you? Well, we're almost there. That food sure was good, by the way. Really good. We'll have to go there again quite a few times. I'm glad that we both got a first today. I always want to make a first happen. Every single day if I can. Though that's not always easy. It means constantly one-upping myself. Though I always get these ideas. Like, what if I phase through someone, and then I stop phasing through them? What's gonna happen? And I figured out that it doesn't do what you think it would do. Instead, it kind of makes things a little more complicated. It sends them flying, or me flying, or both. It's kind of like if you have magnets on each other's side, the opposite sides. And then they go flying and it becomes a mess. But you know what? All's well that ends well. It's better than the alternative, right? Good thing I was only trying with like one finger. I'd hate to have wounded someone. That'd be terrible. Well, it's more because I'm a lover, not a fighter. Sure, I may know how to punch someone in the gut, but I don't like doing it. I like saving people. I've never been one who likes causing others pain. It's just not me. But I'm sure you understand that. You seem to really understand me. Especially once we got the slapping business out of the way. We really seem to resonate with each other. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta make it happen. You gotta say, hey, I'm gonna be serious about this person. And just tell them how it is. That's more or less how I feel. I don't like pulling punches. And I really don't like, well, being dishonest or half-hearted. I know I've been honest about that. But I want you to know that it's not something that I compromise on. If you want me, then I'm gonna give you all of me. That's the only way I know how, so, well, hopefully you like all of me. But it's okay if you don't. I'll just have to give you as much of the parts that you do. And if we really don't get along, we can always break up then. Not that I'm suggesting I want to. I mean, we practically haven't even dated yet. It's just been a series of strange events. Strange and happy events, though. I've really enjoyed it. You've made a believer out of me. And for that, I have to thank you. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, I have to return something to you. That kiss. Mirio Togata has to return things that, well, that belong to... Okay, so I didn't think this through, but I thought it was a good excuse to kiss you. Hope you don't mind. But who would mind? Unless you wanted me to go through you, though I'm not sure you'd like the feeling of it. Sometimes it can upset people's tummies. Did you know that? It's kind of a battle of if you get motion sickness or not. I wouldn't want to test it. Not unless you got a tough stomach. Of course, that doesn't mean there aren't clever applications of it. I mean, I can take off my clothes faster than anyone in the world. I guess I could give you a demonstration. Are you sure you want to see that, though? Wouldn't it be kind of horrifying if you see my willy? Well, I'll try and cover it, so you don't have to be horrified. Anyways, the person who I wanted to show you is right around here. Come on in. I felt like saying the water's fine, but then I realized it's just my house. Ta-da! Are you surprised that I live alone? My family's kind of far away. We're from the boonies. Would you believe it? They live on the side of a mountain. It's pretty exotic there. Lots of hot springs, and there's this big dojo. And like a hotel that's the size of an office building. It's one of the only big buildings there. A lot of traditionalists. I had to learn, going from being a country boy into a city boy real fast when I went to UA. Did you know? I just barely got into UA. I was dead last. Didn't even make it into the hero course. And that's why I have so much faith in you. You don't even have to start as low as me. You can understand what it means to be at the top, if you only put the effort to get there. Now come on. You're my sunshine, aren't you? Come on in. Don't be shy. And here's the place. And here's my little puppy. A good friend of mine. One that inspired me every day. Since I found her. Her name's Shiro. And as you could guess, she's a Shiba Inu. She really likes you. Though I could see why. I really like you too. Maybe she can feel that. I think so. Actually, I hope so. She's always seemed smart for a dog. I've always wanted to talk to Shinso about getting me the inside thoughts of her. Then I thought that might ruin the surprise. I like interpreting all of her funny dances and silly moves. Do you ever feel that? Like if you could get the day of your death in your head, would you? I don't think I would. I like living with the mystery of it. And besides, I might worry about that. And then all my positivity goes to that. I'd have no more for everybody else. I'd rather focus on things that I can know. Things that I want to know. Like how you feel. Like what you're thinking. Things like that. I don't want a cheat sheet to it. I feel like it might be boring having a mind reading quirk. You wouldn't have to get to know people the same way. You wouldn't have to put yourself out there. And I, for one, really like doing that. It's been a constant battle of, what can I do to be better than I was yesterday? And every day I think I've improved a little. At least that's what I aim for. Sure, it's not an everyday kind of thing. Some days work out. Some days aren't as we plan them to be. But I figure those are the most exciting ones. The ones where you're challenged. The ones where you don't know what you want to do. You gotta really dig deep. I like digging deep. It helps me figure out more who I am. And honestly, I'm happy to say that as much as I still got to learn about myself, you've helped me learn one more thing. Taught me a lesson today. That you can't count love out. You gotta keep going, and you gotta make it happen. You can't be sly about it, but you can't be timid either. Love is fierce. You gotta fight for it. And right now, there's something that's been bothering me. Just a bit. Well, I was hoping we could get to the bottom of something. You've been looking at me, and you've looked like you had a fever ever since. Are you sure that everything's worked out? That the poison isn't still inside you? I could do a check for you. You know, go invisible and go inside you like that. It may seem like it's kind of creepy, but I promise it's only good. It wouldn't hurt you even if I decided to reassemble inside you. You'd just end up sending me flying. Besides, well, I'm curious of how you'd react to that. Interesting. I like your reaction. It's very energetic. Though that blush tells a story of 1,000 words in a single glance. So, I've come to the conclusion that you might need something from me. Besides the checkup. Is it that I was too upfront bringing you to my home on the first date? I've never been one for formalities. I'm more do what feels right in the moment. And right now, my heart tells me that I need to confirm something. Hey, sunshine. What if I said I want you? What if I said, you shine brighter than the sun in my eyes? That all those things that you worry about, and all those things that haunt you, I'll make sure to take them all away. And what if I told you, you're more than just a like to me? That you're captivating my heart. Would that make you feel special? I sincerely hope so. And I wanted to test something. See how you feel after this. Well, I can't tell you how you feel. I can tell you I feel like $1,000,000. And also a bit itchy down there. Oh, sorry. Was that too forward? Hey, what do you think you're doing? I guess there's no problem. As long as you're serious about it. Then I'll take you serious too. Deal? That way we don't ignore each other's feelings. And we stay... That was abrupt. Sunshine, you got a lot of fire inside you, don't you? You sure you're okay with this? I thought it was too forward of me. But it seems like I'm not the only one who's forward with their feelings. I can appreciate that. You really are bold like the sun, aren't you? Can't say I don't like that. The way you use your mouth like that. Quite amazing. Not bad. Not that I know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, whatever you're doing, it feels amazing. Bet you thought you could get the best of me this way. Well, I guess you're not wrong. Wow, I'd be a liar if I said this wasn't 10 times more amazing than I thought. Though I'm not much of a pervert, you see. I don't usually think of naughty things. But you're definitely opening my eyes to some. That's for sure. Yeah. Can't let you have all the fun. You see that? I escaped you. Kinda like you were the villain. How's it feel to have me behind you? Now just my clothes are on the floor. Are you embarrassed? To turn around? Don't feel too embarrassed. I'm embarrassed too. After all, you saw my willy. So I think it's time we get even. I want to see more of you. Is that inappropriate? I hope it doesn't make me some kind of pervert. But I guess that's kind of contradictory to the situation, isn't it? So, 1, 2. Wow. I guess you can't get out of your clothes quite as fast as me. But I'd like to think that the reward and what I see is quite amazing. Now, I don't know exactly what to do, but I'll follow my instincts, Sunshine. Itadakimasu. You taste like sunshine too. Can't say I'm surprised. Don't mind if I do. I could get addicted to this. Just feeling you tense up. It makes me feel like I'm doing something awesome. And the whole situation, I wouldn't want my first time any other way. Now, I've been wanting to try this for a long time. Sorry if it seems kinda odd. But you see my power? It's quite the quirk in terms of ideas. So, I hope you don't mind. Nice and easy. Just relax, okay? Everything comes much easier if you just relax. That's right. That's my sunshine. I knew you could do it. Just a bit more. I guess you're tougher than I thought, sunshine. There's something addicting about feeling you wrapped around me. It's really intense, actually. Not what I was expecting things to be like. But let me tell you, I'm not disappointed. Enthralled, actually. Now we're getting a workout. Can you feel me? All of me, I mean. It's very intense. I could get used to this. A new form of training? I think so. You're really giving me a challenge, aren't you? I rather like that, so it's okay. And your insides feel divine. Too embarrassing for you? I hope not. We're just getting started anyways. Maybe I say that too much. Yeah. I gotta step up my game. Yeah. That was something else. I still can't believe we progressed so far in a day. It's kind of humbling in a way. It's not many times that I think I could do that much in a single day. But the amount of improvement that I've seen, I'm practically ecstatic. You know, Sunshine, there's a lot that I have to teach you, but there's a lot that you've taught me. I'm excited to say, I don't think it's gonna be very hard to learn. There's so much that I feel I can improve on. I think I do have quite a lot of feelings for you. And that excites me. It's all such an exciting and strange proposition. Love, romance, all of that. I thoroughly enjoy it. And I feel like it's good training. You never know until you face it. Facing new things is half the fun of life. And I feel like you've improved mine. I roll with those punches, but I also succeed at letting them go right through me. I didn't get to try my final technique, but I've been thinking of developing one for this too. I think you'll be extra amused, Sunshine. If you can handle it, that is. But I think you can. I've got more than that. A whole bunch of things more than that. Plus, we gotta do normal training too. I hope you don't mind. Normal training? That's what gets us to be pro heroes. This training? Pro lovers. Now, which one's more important? I would have said hero any day. Since I've met you, you're making me seriously consider the other option. And that's honestly a good thing. I'm fine with that. And I hope you are too. We'll go ahead and have lots of good times. That's the only way to live. 100%. 150%. And well, Sunshine, I can't wait to show you more of myself and more things that'll make you happy. I'm pretty crafty, you know. For all my social awkwardness, it doesn't take away from who I am. So, why don't we have ourselves a great day? If there's any day left. Who knew we were doing this for so long? Then again, time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Or it sure seems that way. What shall we do next? Honestly, Sunshine, I'm excited for every little thing. After yesterday, and moreover today, things just keep getting better. Gotta look forward to tomorrow, but live in the moment. So, why don't we practice making some pastries? You might not think it, but I'm actually a great pastry chef. So I wanted to make sure, well, you had a taste of all of me, not just some of me. Oh, did that sound bad? Here's hoping it didn't. Also, I like and think I love you. There's no room for thinking, never mind. I love you. My sunshine. Can't wait for next time either.